India, one of the most diverse and culturally rich countries in the world, is home to a gamut of really fine authors. So today, we the book nerds will be taking you on a tour across the country with some really known and some not so known writers and their amazing works. So stay tuned till the end. We hope you like this video. Tenet, celebrating the exotic and spellbinding culture of Ladakh and Tibetan civilization. Her book Ladakh, Crossroads of High Asia, gives you an insight into the geography and history of Ladakh. The Paradise on Earth has been home to many great authors. One of them is Sayyida Sayyidin Hamid. With books like Born to be Hanged, she has really established herself in the field of writing and has been awarded by the Padma Shri Award.
A significant part of Indian feminism in literature, Meghna Pant is a force to be reckoned with. Originating from Himachal Pradesh, she is an author, speaker, and journalist and has published many wonderful works such as her celebrated novel Feminist Rani, 1.5 Wife, and The Trouble with Women.
Chandigarh-based Kushwant is the first Indian writer to have launched his book at the Britain's House of Lords. He's written works like The Turban Tornado, The People's Maharaja, and the widely acclaimed Maharaja in Tenets.
With books like Never Kiss Your Best Friend and shows like Sadahak, Sumrit Shahi has proved to be an astounding novelist and scriptwriter. इरविन एलन सीली जो देहरादून में रहते हैं और अपनी लेखनी से नए आयाम रच रहे हैं। बुकर प्राइज के लिए शॉर्टलिस्ट होने के साथ साथ पद्मश्री और साहित्य अकादमी जैसे पुरस्कारों से वे सम्मानित किए जा चुके हैं। उनकी पुस्तकें जैसे द एवरेस्ट होटल, द ट्रॉटरनामा, द ब्रेन फीवर बर्ड खासी मशहूर हैं। This state, full of talented people, has been home to Urvashi Butalia. With awards like the Goethe Medal, she has written books like The Other Side of Silence.
विलियम डैलरिम्पल, स्कॉटिश मूल के भारतीय इतिहासकार जिन्होंने ऐतिहासिक पृष्ठभूमि पर कई उत्कृष्ट किताबें लिखी हैं। वो जयपुर लिटरेचर फेस्टिवल के को-फाउंडर और डायरेक्टर भी हैं। उनकी कई किताबें हैं जिनमें से प्रमुख है द वाइट मुगल्स, कोहिनूर, द स्टोरी ऑफ वर्ल्ड्स इनफेमस डायमंड, द एज ऑफ काली।
With movies like The Zoya Factor and books like Those Pricey Thakur Girls, emerging from one of the biggest states of India is Anuja Chauhan, who never stops surprising us. Sikkim is the epitome of culture, courage, and compassion. And from such an amazing state comes a much acclaimed woman writer, Yishi Doma, who is very well known for her book Legends of Lepchas. Her books tell the fascinating tales of rituals, folklores, myths, and legends from the various ethnic groups across Sikkim.
For a state known for its pristine beauty and lush green forests, originates an author who by her works promotes the same. Mamang Dai is a brilliant poet, novelist and journalist whose works encapsulate in them the magic of Arunachal Pradesh with books like The Sky Queen, Once Upon a Moontime and The Legends of Pensam.
Eastern Kire's books, Walking the Roadless Road, When the River Sleeps, and Don't Run My Love are all based in the lived realities of the people of Nagaland. Her motivation to write these books is clear in a quote from her interview. She says, "I felt we needed to create written Naga literature as the oral stories were dying. As mentioned to me in a podcast earlier this year, she writes straight from Dil Se.
Janvi Barua is an author from the lands of tea and silk. Graduated in medicine, she chose to give life to works like Next Door instead. She was shortlisted for the Man Asian Literary Prize for her work Rebirth in the year 2011.
From the abode of clouds comes Daisy Hasan, a marvelous novelist, academician, and media producer. Having grown up in the politically restive environment of Shillong in the 1980s, her work often reflects a search for identity, such as in her astounding novel, The Two-Let House.
Jim is the first English writer coming from Manipur's Tangkul community. Jim made his debut with a book called Homecoming, which has got 19 stories telling us about this Naga tribe over a historical span of 100 odd years, of course, including the Japanese soldiers coming during World War II.
This beautiful state, famous for its rubber and tea plantations, has given us Khagesh Dev Burman. His books, like The Prince of Music, S.D. Burman, etc., have been great reads.
Writer and poet Malsami Jacob Zorami is the first English novel written by a Mizo author. It tells the story of a young woman and the effect of political unrest on her life. At the same time, it also describes the Mizo culture and ethos in detail.
This state, famous for its diverse culture, has given us our favorite novelist and poet Vikram Singh. With awards like the Sahitya Academy Award and the Padma Shri under his belt, his books have had great impacts on the readers.
बिहार के आरा में जन्मे अमिताभ कुमार एक प्रसिद्ध जर्नलिस्ट और लेखक हैं। उनकी लिखी हुई किताब एवरीडे आई राइट अ बुक नए लेखकों के लिए एक गाइड की तरह है। उन्होंने और कई प्रसिद्ध किताबें लिखी हैं, जैसे द पासपोर्ट फोटोज।
झारखंड के धनबाद में जन्मे शिव खेड़ा ने सेल्फ हेल्प किताबों के दौर की सबसे सफल किताब यू कैन विन, जिसका हिंदी अनुवादन है जीत आपकी, लिखा। उनकी और कई किताबें हैं जो विभिन्न भाषाओं में अनुवादित है, जो है फ्रीडम इज नॉट फ्री, यू कैन अचीव मोर एंड लिविंग विद ऑनर। और आज हम बात करेंगे सुस्मिता बागची की, जिन्होंने ओडिया साहित्य में अपना योगदान दिया, जिन्हें साहित्य अकादमी पुरस्कार से भी सम्मानित किया है। उन्होंने कुछ बेहतरीन किताबें लिखी हैं, छाई से पाखा, मनीषा और नैवेद्य।
Elena Sen is widely known in political discourse as the wife of Binayak Sen, a doctor who served the tribal people of Chhattisgarh. Binayak Sen was imprisoned by the government on suspicion of being a Maoist. The fascinating memoir Inside Chhattisgarh, a political memoir, describes the trials and tribulations they went through.
Kenan Malik is an India-born British writer. His work primarily focuses upon contemporary theories about multiculturalism, pluralism, and race. He was shortlisted for the George Orwell Book Prize for his book From Fatwa to Jihad.
हैदराबाद में जन्मी अनुराधा रॉय की लिखी लगभग सारी किताबें अवार्ड विनिंग हैं। उनकी लिखी पहली किताब द एटलस ऑफ एन इम्पॉसिबल लॉन्जिंग फिक्शन जॉनर की बेहतरीन किताब है। अगर आपकी रुचि फिक्शन पढ़ने में है तो अनुराधा रॉय की किताब आपको बिल्कुल पढ़नी चाहिए।
A popular novelist and journalist from Tamil Nadu who is popular for his bestsellers like The Taliban Cricket Club and Taj, Shri Timeri N. Murari is known for his research-based fictional and non-fictional writings.
Kundan, known as the storyteller of Mayazi, is considered to be one of the pioneers of modernity in Malayalam literature. He received the Eruthajan Puraskaram, which is the highest literary honor of the government of Kerala. His novel, On the Banks of River Mayazi, is considered to be his magnum opus.
Pankaj Seksaria has been called as the voice of the Andamans. He has been a researcher, journalist, and author for 2.5 decades and has written about the Andamans and its people extensively. His books, The Last Wave and Islands in Flux, came out from the disappointment of an activist.
Native to the state lovingly known as the Spice Garden of India, Anita Nair brings her own special spice to Indian literature. She has written on a variety of topics, including women's conditions in a male-dominated society in her book Ladies Coupe, myths and lore in the Puffin books of myths and legends, and about her own home state, Kerala. Born in the beautiful Kalpeni island of Lakshadweep, Dr. C.G. Pukoya is an author transfixed by his fascinating motherland. Like in his book Kalpeni Island, his work's main motive is to make the younger generation more familiar with the rich history of the people and their way of living.
कुछ लोग महान लक्ष्यों को हासिल कर अपने जीवन को एक मिसाल के रूप में पेश करते हैं। ऐसी ही एक महिला है कर्नाटका से। जी हाँ, हम बात कर रहे हैं सुधा मूर्ति की, जो अपनी किताबें जैसे डॉलर बहू, द मदर आई नेवर न्यू, वाइज एंड अदरवाइज के लिए जानी जाती हैं।
Amita Kanekar is a Goa-based author well known for her works of historical fiction. Her first novel, A Spoke in the Wheel, is based upon the story of Buddha and his disciples. Twinkle Khanna is a well-known author, newspaper columnist, interior designer, film producer and a former film actress from Maharashtra. Her first non-fiction book, Mrs. Funny Bones, hit the Nielsen bestseller list at number 2 in its first week of launch, eventually making her the highest-selling female author from India for the year 2015.
Travels Through Gujarat, Daman and Diu by Adam Yemi is a personal account of a lesser-known territory in India compared to, say, Rajasthan. Adam Yemi is the author of several books, including Albania on My Mind, From Albania to Sicily, Exodus to Africa, City on the Hooghly, and Bangalore Revealed.
From the land of white desert, we present to you a writer and a professor, Rita Kothari, who through her writings attempts to preserve the rich and colorful heritage, culture and memories of her state Gujarat, and is also giving voice to the story of struggle of the Sindhis.
बुलाती है मगर जाने का नहीं। मध्य प्रदेश के इंदौर में जन्मे राहत कुरैशी ने अपने जन्म स्थान इंदौर को ही अपना सरनेम बना लिया। अगर आपको शायरी, गजलें और नज्म पढ़ना पसंद है तो राहत इंदौरी एक बेहतरीन विकल्प हो सकते हैं। उनकी कुछ प्रसिद्ध किताबें हैं रुत, मेरे बाद, 2 कदम और सही।
Hailing from the land of kings, Hemant Shesh is a prolific Hindi writer, poet, painter. His works carry the essence of history, change, and art, and has published over 28 books, including Beswad Hawai and Raat Ka Pahad.
With that, we have reached the end of this video. If you like the video, do follow us on our Facebook and Instagram pages. Also, in the comment section below, don't forget to mention your favorite author from your state and from the list. We'll be posting more such videos, so stay tuned and keep reading.